Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession. Welcome to prednisone day. I am fully medicated and still in somewhat of a great deal of pain. However, what I'm finding is you'd think, well, I'm in pain. I think I'm going to lay down, take a nap. No, there's no naps for me. Laying down actually hurts the worst. Walking and standing, I've got a problem with my foot right now. You don't need to hear about it. It's just old man shit. But it's what is it? Calcified tendonitis. Something about calcification tendonitis in my shin, and then so my tendon is fighting against me. Like it hates my guts. Second time this has happened in the last 10 years. And I'm on the same medication regimen as I was last time. So hopefully it works this time. But in the meantime, I've got plenty of desire to not be in pain. And believe it or not, my lack of pain is going to bring you pain because I'm just going to keep doing videos because sitting here at the workbench is actually the most comfortable position I can be in right now. I know it's crazy how lucky you are. And this is going to be kind of a potpourri. I'm thinking about undoing one of these kit bashes. There's two kit bashes here, plus this is an unkit bashed. I unbashed this blade. He gave up his overcoat with the cool red lining. He gave that up to one of my Snake Eyes kit bashes. I bought two blades. I bought one specifically just for his coat. So what I'm thinking is that the vest that I gave this, this is Roadblock. The body is Roadblock from G.I. Joe Classified. But the head is actually the Luke Cage head from the Luke Cage Iron Fist 2-pack that came out a couple of years ago. But I'm thinking I want to put that head back on Luke Cage. I mean, he came with two heads, and that's one of them. And that might be the better one. But boy, it looks damn good just as Roadblock going absolutely apeshit with his SAW. I think that's the squad automatic weapon. I think that's what that's called, with the drum magazine, I guess. All right, and then you know. This Eric Killmonger figure, I often wonder if it was meant to be like a backdoor pilot for the G.I. Joe Classified line because it's just so well done. And, he looks like he could be a G.I. Joe. The vest that's on him is actually, I believe, from the Action Force Valaverse Action Force line. And it looks really good on him. It looks really, really good. Oh, I didn't tell you the vest. The vest that's on Roadblock here is actually Jimmy Woo's jacket. Because, when you take the jacket off, the sleeves stay on most Marvel Legends that come with jackets. So, that's actually Jimmy Woo's jacket, but, free from the burden of being on Jimmy Woo. It actually looks like cool military gear on Roadblock. Am I right? Am I right? But this vest is pretty good, too. And I'm wondering which one would look more legit on Blade. Because the thing about Blade is, the sleeves on this blade are supposed to be the sleeves of his duster that he wears. And then he's got a bulletproof vest underneath. And so I don't know. I think if I put the vest on that, if I put this vest on that, I think it might work. I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a try, but we'll see. And, this is kind of a smorgasbord here because I was also looking at these guys. These are both from Neca, Neca. That's the company that you see a lot of the sort of movie and TV show tie-in figures in the the electronics section of Target and Walmart. I don't know how they work that out, but some reviewers refer to it as the Neca section. There's as much crap from other companies there as there is stuff from Neca. It used to just be mostly Neca, but now you see a lot of McFarlane toys and stuff like that. I wonder what's going to happen with that once they stop making DC figures. I wonder if there'll still be a lot of McFarlane stuff there. Maybe he'll make some more Spawn figures to make up the loss of revenue from DC Multiverse. Who knows? But just to talk about these figures real quick, because it helps me to not be in pain to be sitting here. So this is the Eric Killmonger, the tactical Killmonger figure, as it was known when it first came out. It's from the Black Panther movie, and the what was thought of as just the Killmonger figure was the Eric Killmonger in the sort of Black Panther costume, which was a really, really nice figure. I recently rewatched some Anthony's Customs reviews, and I saw his review of the Killmonger figure and also of the Civil War Black Panther figure. And now I'm really kicking my own ass for getting rid of those figures years ago, because clearly they were both excellent. And this tactical Killmonger figure is real nice too. Look at the quality of the camouflage on these. You don't even see that on G.I. Joe Classified. He's got some nice paint on him. He's got that crazy sort of tactical belt that a lot of the Marvel figures, a lot of the Legends figures had around this time, but they actually painted the buckles and the grenades so it doesn't just all look like one damn piece of shit like the one on Winter Soldier. I guess I swear now on these videos. I mean, I don't know if that's the prednisone or I'm just so tired, y'all. But I guess I swear now. Yeah, when this belt. And of course, you know, the figure didn't come with this vest, and now that I forgot how stiff this vest is, this Valaverse vest. A lot of the early Valaverse stuff was a little too stiff, and they had to kind of work on that to get it to where it was a little more fun to play with and a little easier to manipulate. I'm probably, if I'm going to take that vest off, I may need to heat it up. It feels very, very hard as a rock, honestly. I was just thinking about the belt, and it suddenly made me realize, no, he didn't even have that vest, and I'm wondering if there's more paint. I don't know. It looks like they cheaped out on the back, as they always do with Hasbro. Looks like it's just plain black in the back, but at least they painted the buckle and the grenades in the front. That was real thoughtful of them. The paint apps on this figure are astonishing. The What If figure that came out, which is just a different head, but the same body, but a terrible, terrible, cheap plastic look to it. It's just a piece of crap, really. Like, look at that blue, and I think that might just be molded plastic, but the wrinkles that are on it kind of give it some texture and some shadow, so it looks like it has some shading on it. I think his vest might have some shading on it. That Michael B. Jordan head sculpt, you cannot tell me that is not one of the best Marvel Legends head sculpts in the history of Marvel Legends, Toy Biz, or Hasbro, from every angle. That is Michael B. Jordan playing Eric Killmonger. And then we have, the legs and the boots, I believe, are the same legs and boots that were shared by the Netflix Punisher. And I think the Winter Soldier that came in the Crimson Dynamo wave. I don't know, there's 3 or 4 characters that have had these pants and the thing on his thigh there, the pouch with the magazines on it. Don't drop the phone. If I have to do another goddamn part 2. I like the fact that he comes with a wristwatch, but one of the weird things about this figure, and it might be why he comes with a wristwatch, is for some reason, and it's especially true with the What If ones, but even the original, this first version, the hands don't look like they're quite all the way seated into the wrist. You see what I'm saying? It looks a little elongated, a little strange. Like you can see the peg. See that? I don't know. It's very weird. I actually, is he here? That Killmonger? I moved everything. I don't know where anything is now. The What If Killmonger I have somewhere on the work table. And I actually had to cut down the pegs on the hands, pull the hands out and cut the pegs down because they were just so visible on the figure. And it's very distracting. But this original one with this vest, I mean, I don't even think I'm going to take that off. That's just killer. Absolutely killer. And I do actually keep that in my G.I. Joe classified display because, again, to me, man, it just looks like a G.I. Joe figure, Then we got the 2 Neca guys here. We got the alien life form, or ALF for short. And he is a little short, as you can see. These are 7-inch scale figures. But let me find a typical, 6-inch scale figure. Captain America here looms over Ernie and Alf because Ernie and Alf are short in, well, let's just say real life. You know what I mean, though. The characters are meant to be shorter than the average human, but smarter than the average bear. And I wanted Bert and Ernie from Neca's Sesame Street line. And the way Neca is with reissues, maybe someday I'll have a chance to get Bert. The only Bert that I was ever able to find was the this one, the little tiny one, and I believe that's a Super 7 figure, the little short Bert. I got Bert and Ernie from the... Oh! Ah, damn it. Trying to put Bert back, and I knocked the little Ernie on the floor. Hold on 1 second. Let me get him. Actually, that's a good opportunity anyway, because if you ever wondered what it would look like if Ernie had a son, here's their little Ernie Jr. Hope I didn't damage his paint job or whatever. But, and of course, the difference between these is this Ernie Jr. here has very, very limited articulation. The arms are just articulated at the shoulders, and they can move up and down, and then the head swivels back and forth. And I'm not an articulation guy. Does he have hip articulation? No, it doesn't feel like it. And the feet don't feel like they're articulated. So there's not much you can do pose-wise, but I like this pose because it kind of looks like he's, whoo, I got a secret, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to try to put him back up here. I hope he doesn't fall. So I really like these little Sesame Street figures. I like the big one that you're seeing on the screen now, too, but those little ones... I actually got those two little ones because I was afraid those were the only Bert and Ernie I was ever going to find in the store. And then I found tons of Ernies at Target, at multiple Targets, and I was never able to find a Bert. And I don't know if you can see. Look at the texture on that sweater. That's just the plastic. It's the texture they put into the plastic to make it look like fabric. It's pretty incredible. It looks just like him. Don't you think? He's got articulation at the elbows and the shoulders, and the head swivels, and he's got bendable knees, and the sneaks are nice too, because look at this. There's shading on the sneakers, like he's been walking down the street. They're getting a little grungy. They're not brand new anymore. I just love the friggin' aesthetic on these Sesame Street NECA figures. And Sesame Street isn't really a show that I watched much after I was, like 12 years old, 11, 10, I don't know when I stopped watching Sesame Street. But I remember it being, a key part of my childhood growing up. And just look at the wrinkles on his jeans and the texture on the jeans. Peg holes in the bottom of his feet, but he's solid as a rock. He's heavier than any probably two Marvel Legends these days, since they're making everything hollow these days with Marvel Legends. These NECA figures, the sweater's actually a little flexible. Now makes me wonder what he's got going on in there. It feels very empty down here in his lower torso, but up here it's full. And it does appear to be a chest overlay, so maybe it's like the opposite of the Maximum Hulk, which has nothing under it up here, but has stuff down here. That's interesting. I never really poked around on Ernie before, and now I feel like I might get in trouble with Child Protective Services. I'm not sure. And then there's Alf. This was a gift from my daughter-in-law, and she, I don't know how, and my son, I think they probably concocted it together. They found it on my Amazon wish list, and this is just, I watched every episode of Alf, not when it was in first run on TV, when it was on, one night a week or whatever on ABC or whatever network it was on, but when it was in syndication, it happened to coincide with a fairly dark period in my life, and I was very depressed, and it was on twice a day, every day, like Monday through Friday. Like it was on like at 4 and then again at 6 or something like that on one of the local UHF stations. And if you don't know what a UHF station is, ask your grandmother or grandfather. But it was not a normal TV station. It was one you really had to work for to find, and it was not cable. But look at the likeness on this guy. And he came with so many cool accessories. He's got his can of Fusco Cola, or is it Fusco? I don't know. He's got the cloth goods shirt with all the modern technology, the gears and the whatever. I don't know, whatever that's supposed to be. Fortune from a fortune cookie. I don't know. But he also comes with a whole bunch of very expressive hands. Like here, he's like, I just have one thing to say. Let me say this. Earthlings. Got the tail. I mean, and the fur, the texture on the fur, and the shading on the fur. I have a lot of NECA figures. I mean, not a lot. I probably have like a dozen. But I have some of the Defenders of the Earth, like Flash Gordon and Ming the Merciless, and the Phantom, of course. I love the Phantom. To have a 7-inch Phantom figure that I can stand up next to my 7-inch Batman from McFarlane Toys and have them look like they go together and look like it's a missing issue of The Brave and the Bold. Man, I love that. I love it so much. I can't even tell you how much I love it. It's awesome. It really, truly is awesome. Yeah, so I love these guys. I mean, neither one of them is really like ever going to have their own display in my collection. I mean, if I somehow manage to get all of the NECA Sesame Street figures, or even just the super good ones, I'd love to have an Oscar the Grouch. I would love to have Ernie, or Bert, rather, really bad. I feel bad for Ernie that I didn't get Bert. I feel like he's lonely. And honestly, in my headcanon, this is why I keep them together in my display. Alf and Ernie, because I feel like Alf is trying to, make Ernie feel better about the fact that Bert, apparently abandoned him. It's a whole thing. And, what else have we got going on here? Bert and, or Ernie and Alf, move them back here. You got to admit, man, even if you're not, like, spending your whole life thinking about Sesame Street or Alf, those are just great, just great figures. Here's Blade. Not much to tell you about him. He was in that Strange Tales wave. Was it The Void? That was the Build-A-Figure. I finally saw a review of that the other day that made me go, shit, maybe that was a good Build-A-Figure. I didn't like it because it was all translucent, and I really don't like the Sentry at all. I don't really give a shit about the Sentry in Marvel Comics. I mean, I have one in the Marvel Legends line, but only because he's like a Superman, avatar or whatever. But yeah, now I kind of wish I had gotten the... or put together the Build-A-Figure for the Void, the Sentry's arch nemesis and / alter ego. Just because somebody in the reviews said it looked Lovecraftian, and that was all it took. That was really all it took. Any friend of Cthulhu's is a friend of mine. Finar. I really don't know if Blade's getting either one of these vests. I mean, I guess his Roadblock would look just as good without the vest, just the bare shirted Roadblock. But if I take that Luke Cage head away from him and give him that kind of dopey Roadblock face that the Series 1 or Wave 1 classified Roadblock came with, does the skin tone even match? I'm not really sure. No, it definitely doesn't. All right, maybe I should just change this back to regular Roadblock and give Luke Cage his anger back instead of his sort of, stoic but not angry face. Maybe that's what I'll do. Or maybe Roadblock doesn't like Sesame Street or Killmonger. Maybe Roadblock doesn't like aliens or vampires. Maybe Roadblock's going to just lose his... But they're just toys, so nobody got hurt. And Roadblock's all like, hey, I'm just kidding. Everything's fine. No problem. I didn't shoot anybody. Yep, there we go. Oh, once again, just a reminder that Avian and Loaded's action figure obsession today is brought to you by the wonders of prednisone. More energy, less sleep. Yeah, less sleep. More energy, less sleep. Usually sleep gives you energy, but not in this case. All right. Is there anybody else here that has anything to say? Any of you Avengers want to chime in, or you Earth 669 guys, or Captain America's? Anybody? I've been thinking it might make a fun video to open up one of these 12-inch Bobby Valla Marvel Legends from about 10 years ago. Oh, well, I only have myself to blame for that, but it was a shitty figure that fell on the floor. So, I'll take a vote. I'd be surprised if more than 1 or 2 people comment. But if Spider-Man, Black Panther, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, and I'm not promising that I'm going to do it. And I know if I was only going to open one of these, I know which one it would be, because I won't feel like I've ruined the set. Maybe that's a tip-off. Wolverine's still around. He's over there under the light. It looks like he's hiding around a street corner or something, doesn't it? But, yeah, if you'd like to see me open one of these, and again, I'm not promising, but we do have our 150th action figure obsession video, I think, coming up soon, if I remember correctly. And the way this prednisone is going, it could be like, maybe not in an hour, but maybe in 2 hours. Oh, yeah. All right. Look, here's the deal. If you like this video or any of my videos or any of my music, for that matter, if any of you have checked that out, all my human written songs, please leave a like, a little thumbs up there, or thumbs down if you find something that you didn't particularly enjoy. If you really hate Ernie, if you really want Ernie to know that you don't love him, it's not just Bert that abandoned him, but you don't give a crap either, then sure, give him a thumbs down. I mean, he's not going to cry. He's not going to feel sad. He's just an action figure. He doesn't have any feelings. And I'm just a, YouTube guy. I was going to say YouTuber, but that doesn't feel appropriate. I don't feel like I've earned that with my my shitty production values. But yeah, leave a thumbs up if you hate it. That's fine. I don't even know why you're still here if you hate it, but it's been 21 minutes and it seems like a lot of wasted time. But I hope it wasn't. I hope you found some of this interesting at least. Ernie hopes you enjoyed it. He really does. And he also wants to know if you know where Bert is. I don't know what that means, but if you can help him, just send me put a comment, if you know where Ernie or where Bert is, because Ernie's so lonely. Yes. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you find out when I do more of this goddamn nonsense, and share it with your friends. If you don't have any friends that would like this, you and I both know that. Let's be honest. But if you do. If for some crazy reason you think your friend needs to see this video, which is me just sort of thinking out loud and looking at toys that don't have a whole lot to do with each other, then sure, get a link, hit the share button, copy the link, send it to them. Hey, look at this. Remember how you were always wishing there'd be a video about Alf and Blade the Vampire Hunter in the same video? Finally, it's been done. Here it is. Right here on the Avian Unloaded channel, on your favorite action figure show, Action Figure Obsession, sometimes Action Figure Adventure, sometimes Action Figure Depression, and sometimes the host is Avian and Lotion or Aviation and Loaded. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm falling apart in real time right in front of you guys. It's a damn shame. It was a good run. You were a good vehicle, Leland. But now you're old and full of holes, and it's just about time to shuffle off to Buffalo. If you know what that's from, hit me up in the comments. I would be very happy to know that somebody gets it besides me. So that's going to do it for this one. I will see you on the next Action Figure Obsession, and thank you for stopping by.